Today we're going to talk about meditation for beginners. I get a lot of people that message me and say, Ash, I really want to start meditation. I know you do it, but I just can't do it. I just can't get present. I can't sit for that long. My mind races. I just can't do it. Today I'm going to give you some easy tricks, tips to help you getting started with meditating to find that zen, calm, peaceful environment. Welcome back to my channel. I am Ashley, an empath and a light worker, and I'm here to help you tap into your intuitive guidance and become the best spiritual badass that you can be. Meditation is not a new age thing. Our ancestors have been meditating for thousands of years before us, and there are so many great benefits now scientifically studied and proven to why we should be meditating and incorporating a meditation practice into our daily lives. It's proven that meditation helps with promoting our emotional well-being, our self-awareness. It helps with sleep support. It helps calm us down if we have a lot of stress, anxiety in our life. It helps us with memory issues, with focusing, concentration. It's even been shown to help with pain and managing pain. So the benefits are just unbelievable. I think people get in their head about meditation. I got in my head about meditation. I still get in my head about meditation. We live in a society where it's hard to sit still. We live in a busy, cultured society where we pride ourselves on busyness equals worth. That's just the way it is. We're conditioned to be that. And meditation is all about self-awareness. It's about sitting with yourself and focusing on your breathing. That's all it is. It is being aware of the present moment and getting in tune to your breath. So when we meditate, there's no good way, there's no bad way, there's no right way, there's no wrong way really to meditate. So it really is just sitting with yourself and becoming aligned with your breath. The problem is, the big thing we run into is that our thoughts race. And that's what the goal of meditation is. When our thoughts start to race and we start to have all these thoughts, we're becoming aware that we're not present with our body and present with our breath. So we bring that awareness back to our breath. That's all that meditation is. It's a constant practice of being aware of the thoughts we're having and bringing them back to our breath. And I've been meditating for years now, and I still find it really hard some days, especially days I'm under like a lot of stress. And it's okay. I've learned to like kind of not judge myself, and I'm like, oh, this is so hard today. Why is this so hard? But if you keep returning to your breath, I promise it gets easier after time. Okay, so a couple tips to start meditating. One, find a practice, like commit to a practice. And it doesn't have to be a long practice, especially in the beginning. I say to start with a 5 to 10 minute meditation a day. A lot of people like to meditate in the morning before they start their day. I am not a morning person, so I prefer to meditate at night before I go to bed, but there's no right or wrong place or when to meditate, but you want to make sure you find somewhere quiet, somewhere you're not going to be disturbed. I like to use my headphones. I actually just bought one of those smart headphones that I love off of Amazon that I use. I'll link it in the comments for bedtime because I like to listen to meditations before I go to bed, but the AirPods hurt my ears. So some people prefer to start their day with meditation. I am not a morning person, so I prefer to do my meditation at night. But I would love to incorporate in a practice where I actually do get up and do that, because I think my day would go a lot better if I was mindful in the morning. But for me, my thoughts are loudest at night when I'm going all day, and then I finally get to sit down. I'm like, oh, here are all my thoughts. So I like to focus on that meditation before I go to bed to clear all that clutter away and just really focus on being present with my breath at the end of the day. How do I sit? I get that question a lot. How do I sit? Is there a right way? Do I have to do the palms, the zen? No, you don't. I prefer to, when I meditate at night, I actually lay down. I suggest not laying down if you're feeling really tired, because what happens to a lot of people is they meditate when they lay down, they fall asleep. Sometimes this happens to me, not a lot, because I have chronic insomnia. So I prefer to lay down and meditate, but if I'm meditating during the day, I do sit like this with my legs crossed. When I'm feeling like I need some guidance from the universe, intuitive guidance, spiritual guidance, I do put my hands up like this. So I'm kind of like welcoming in any kind of guidance that I may need. If I'm feeling particularly ungrounded that day, if I'm feeling really not grounded to my earthly being and I'm feeling very scattered, I will put my palms like this, because this is, for me, it's like more grounding me into the earth. But it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter how you sit. I like to keep my spine up just for like posture, so I'm not getting a hurt back or a hurt neck, but it really doesn't matter. As long as you don't fall asleep, you're good. One thing that does matter is intention, your intention going into your meditation. That's one thing. You sit, lay, whatever, do whatever you want to do. Like do a like superhero pose while you're meditating. It doesn't matter. You're meditating, but you want to have a clear intention going into your meditation. So for me, my meditation at night is usually, okay, calming my racing thoughts or calming my anxiety, or maybe my intention today is to work on my inner child, or my intention is to just tap into my self-awareness, or tap into promote sleep tonight. So like I'm going into meditation, I'm like, I really want to sleep tonight, so I'm going to do a 10-minute calming, de-stressing sleep. My intention going into the meditation is like, I'm going to have a great night's sleep. So you really do want to have a clear intention going into your meditation, because this is going to make your meditation just so much more powerful for you. A good way to start a meditation, or before you start a meditation, is to do a body scan. And what a body scan is, I'll do one right now. We'll just close our eyes, take a couple deep breaths, and with your mind, you start from the top of your head down to your toes, and you visually, mindfully scan your body to see of any parts of your body that you're having tension or stress, or you're really tight. For me, it's always like my jaw. It's always my jaw. I carry all my anxiety in my jaw and my shoulders. So when you do that for 10 to 15 seconds to scan your body, so when you go into your meditation, you can focus on those areas of relaxing, those parts of your body that feels tense or stressed. Do you need like a guided meditation? Absolutely not. You can meditate without music. You can meditate to any music you want. There's so many great apps, free apps out there. Calm, Headspace. I don't know if they're paid or they're free, but there are great ones to get. There's meditation timer apps that you can get, so you can actually, when you start your practice, you commit to like 5 minutes a day. We all have 5 minutes, so commit to 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night. Do the timer. There's so many guided meditations on YouTube that I usually do. I love guided meditations. I'm really into guided meditations, so I do a lot of guided meditations. But there's also plenty of meditations with music and binaural beats and frequencies. If you're looking to raise your frequency or whatever your intention is going into that, you can just Google or YouTube it to find the perfect 5 to 10 minute meditation for you. And lastly, one thing to remember about meditation is that it's a journey, and it's not to be judged, and it's something that takes time to get good at. And don't beat yourself up in the beginning when you're sitting there and you have all these racing thoughts. That's normal. That's what meditation is. And it's just simply, like we said, bringing that awareness back from the thoughts to your breath. Sometimes when I'm sitting here, I like to do this too. So I'm breathing. If I'm really having a hard time focusing on my breath that day, sitting in this position or laying down, I'll put one hand here and one hand here, and then I breathe into the space in between. That really helps me focus on the breath. Another trick somebody had taught me is that I now incorporate this into my daily life, is how someone who struggles with anxiety, really bad social anxiety, and the anxiety of the future. Anxiety is living in the future. So for me, it's coming back to my present environment. So something I've incorporated and I've learned from meditation and from coaches is taking 5 deep breaths wherever you are. Okay, so I do this in the car. I do this when I'm panicking. I do this in the morning. I've been trying to do this a couple times during the day. You just sit and you'll take. It's really becoming aware of the breath. You're going to breathe in. And then once you start to get that down, you can actually focus on where you want your breath to go. So like sending the breath through your feet, sending the breath to those tense shoulders, down your arms. 5 deep breaths during the day brings you back to the present. If you suffer with anxiety, this is a game changer. That's it. There are my quick tips about getting started with meditation. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Stop overthinking it. Stop getting in your head about it. It's not that hard. And it's your journey. It's your own journey. No one can judge your meditation journey or your practice. It is yours and only yours. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I post a new video every Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern.